Hello, my name is Gregtech and welcome back to our FTB Interactions series. Last episode we went ahead and set up some oil, and I also remembered that the liquid starlight actually gives us some night vision. Unfortunately, it is not long, it was only 15 seconds, but we can kind of see what I have done, and I pillared down some cobblestone to try to block some of the water, and yeah, we're definitely having some issues with that, so I need to probably lower it down a couple more. One of my main problems with it is you can't see the oil. Like there's no like black patch, and it is actually, the oil thing is actually above, a few blocks above that like rim. So if you go below that, it was going into the oil. But we can actually see, the reason I kind of wanted to go over that way is because we can see the kind of the floor goes up higher over here. So this is kind of the deepest bit right here. So this is kind of why I wanted to clear this out. I did get a decent amount of the oil pumped, but yeah, it's definitely a bit of a pain for sure. What do we have? Yeah, 215 buckets, but I try to break this, and then it's a bit hard to see, but sometimes when I place it down, it I think it's from the infinite water that's doing it. I'm just kind of guessing, but yeah, see, that's oil down there. So if I place that down, it'll start drilling oil, and then it'll get to a point, and then all of a sudden it gets like some water in it, and that's like the end of it. But anyway, we'll get that done, and then I'm going to build out a kind of a huge dome. I definitely need some more, more room than this little tiny thing. This will work perfectly for, you know, a boiler setup, and maybe, you know, one or two multi-blocks, but like our whole array of machines and stuff, especially when we get these all replaced in our blast furnace, I need a much larger area, because I don't really want to have basements full of machines. I feel like when you're kind of underwater, you want to see like a big dome, you know? And actually do this. Yeah, we can see. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that is, I just think it's pretty cool. So I'd rather be more here than just underneath. Like, that's kind of boring. Just building a dome and then just spending half the time like in a basement. But yeah, so that is kind of where we're at the moment. I don't think we're gonna process the oil quite yet. So we're gonna need the oil for polyethylene is like the first kind of chemistry thing, and that is usually, I don't know where, not noble gases. Yeah, there's like the plastic. Gassy enriched egg. Interesting. Let's see. No, I don't need to do that. Kind of curious, like the way it wants us to. All right, so it's here and here it's starting. I need to just look at the arrows. The arrows clearly point the direction it goes. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that. Charcoal byproducts. There is many ways to do it. Tetranitromethane is diesel or nitrodiesel. Helium, deuterium, yeah. We'll get into all this, but like I said, I kind of want a bigger area for all that stuff. There is quite a bit of stuff in the LV. Now, 2 blaze spotter is pretty cool. I like that. Not having to go find a blaze this early. Yeah. Also, there is this quest I saw. Was it? I don't remember where it was, but there was. It did seem like I think it was under here. Yes, there is that elixir and then a thing of liquid starlight, and you get a 60-minute night vision thing. This isn't craftable, but this does appear to be a repeatable quest, which is actually kind of cool. This is a bit annoying though. It does require spider eyes, and yeah, I don't have a lot of those at the moment. And we got some cool stuff coming up though. Some very cool stuff coming. All right, that is kind of where we're at. Let me figure out kind of what I want to do. At this point, I've kind of gotten a bunch of the machines that I want. There may be some more. A basic cutting machine would probably be a good idea. We did just get a whole bunch of, since I just did some mass crafting, we have 12 of those. So maybe I could, I don't particularly want to get that, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, none of this stuff is very difficult. Even these item filters aren't that bad anymore. Yeah, so let me figure out what I want to do today. And we'll be right back. And we are back, and you may notice I am in a new mine, and you can see I'm like right on the edge of the water, and I was trying to get to the jungle biome because we're going to need some nickel moving forward, and apparently it does not spawn outside of jungle, or it's exceedingly rare. The other vein that I had did not have nickel on it. So I wanted to find this, and I saw some of those ghost orchids like right on the edge, right when I came over here. So yeah, we do have this ore, but unfortunately, we do the scanner. This looks like it looks like it's only 1 block thick. I don't know. That looks like, that doesn't look right at all, but yeah, I guess we'll see if there is any nickel over here. Oh yeah, look at that, we're getting nickel. But unfortunately there is, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There is not a lot. It's just like this tiny little amount, which is a bit disappointing. I thought there would have been more than just like this one little strip. That seems like an error, to be honest. I did notice one of the other veins. I don't remember. I can't remember which one it was, but it was kind of similar. It was only 3 wide, and I didn't know if I was just missing it. I didn't have the scanner at the time, but yeah, look at that. It's just, I think this is like the whole vein, basically. And we got like what? That it? Yep, that was the entire vein. Well, that was sad. And we got 4 nickel. We can turn it into 16 with the dense, you know, with the dense nickel we'll get, and then we'll get 4 from that. But I mean, that's only what, 16 nickel. I do need about, I think I need 16 total ore. I don't need much because the quests actually give you a bunch of the stuff that we're trying to craft up here. This is just kind of annoying. I feel like I wasted a whole bunch of ladders, but oh well. That it's just sticks that I get EMC from. So yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, look around a bit more for some nickel. And hopefully, I mean, it's an iron vein. That's really not, the thing's just right over there. It's not far away at all. But there's the ghost orchid. Hopefully there'll be some more. And just not showing up on the scanner because I don't have any range things in the scanner. So it can't always detect. If it's really low down there, it's not going to detect it. So anyway, we'll meet back at the base when I get enough nickel. Hopefully there'll be some over here in this jungle. All right, we are back, and I actually made a... I didn't realize there was another thing. I just noticed I had, like, see how you get like a blue if it's not completed? I noticed there was one down here, and I realized there's actually another vein that has nickel ore. That happened when I picked it up there. All of a sudden there was like a blue thing, and I was like, wait, what's going on there? Yeah, so there is 2 veins for nickel. It's not as difficult to find as I was thinking it was going to be. But yeah, so I found another one of those veins. It wasn't too far. It was over by that jungle. But yeah, so we got the cobalt, the garnierite, and all that stuff, and then lots of nickel. So I'm going to throw this in the chemical bath, and we'll process a bit of this nickel. Now, I think as our thing is pumping the oil, I think I'm going to work towards, and these guardians, it filled with water again. Nah. I did get quite a bit there, but I think what's happening is, because I noticed it was pumping oil and I logged out last time, and I logged back in and started pumping water again. I think what's happening is when the chunk gets unloaded, we're getting a bit of an issue. I think that, I'm guessing, but I think that seems to be the problem. Yeah, because see, it's like, that's oil down there. So I just kind of break it, and then it should start pumping oil again. But man, that's already like, what is that, 940 buckets? Like, these oil patches are huge. But as that is working, I think I'm going to start working towards the blast furnace. That is like the next big thing we're going to have to get. And the reason we needed nickel is for these copper nickel coil blocks. And they're actually pretty nice that they give you 8. You only have to do half. So normally for this tier, you're going to need 1 stack of nickel and 1 stack of copper. But since they give us some, we only need half, which is pretty cool. So I need, and we have, I just need to process all this stuff. I should get it all automated so it does this, goes in there and then goes in there kind of thing, but I'll do that more when I have a, is that all of it? No. There, that's it, I think. I do love speeding this up. Kind of cracks me up. Let's turn that one off. I was doing that so I can get the nickel. I don't know, that just cracks me up. But there we go. Throw that in there. Yep. There we go. I didn't even check to see. I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, you can do that in the Hellfire Kiln. Alright, so this will be, like I said, the copper nickel we'll need. Basically, we need a stack of copper nickel for all the coils. And also, Now it says 2 energy input patches. I always go for I go for 3. I find it easier. So I'll probably do 3. And I know most people usually do separate steam turbines and stuff like that. I always just use battery buffers. I find this so much easier, and people always say like, oh, that's terrible, don't use battery buffers, but I don't know, I just find it so much easier. Until I can get some better infrastructure. Basically, what I do usually in Gregtech is use the 4 batteries in a battery buffer, or even 6. I may use 6 batteries, I don't know. Get the aluminum that we need, and then I craft up a MV steam turbine, is usually what I do. So basically, we are going to need a better circuit. We can't get that yet, but the gate for MVH is aluminum, and you can only get aluminum in the blast furnace. So basically, I just craft up just enough so I can get the aluminum plates that we can craft the thing, and then I just run that off our steam. We did set all this up to get the boiler, though. So maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do it a bit different this time. Maybe. I'm just so used to doing it the other way. But alright, there we go. There's the stack of that. We'll do that. Just the one. If you do more than one, it won't work. Alright, I am going to... This should be burning. Yeah. I'm going to just speed that up. Get so much steam from it. I mean, it goes through it faster. It burns through these like much quicker. So I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like the time in the bottle is too exploity. I know a lot of people don't like the tick accelerators. They feel it is kind of exploity. All right, but we need the double for that. And then, is there a... We can do it manually, but there is a assembly recipe, so we might as well use that. I don't... Do we have any... Oh, I already have 8 in there. I don't remember why I had 8, but I had 8 in there. Basically, we just do that. And, see, this is why I like batteries. I have 2 machines running, but only one little LV turbine. You know? I don't know. I don't understand why people hate batteries so much. Now, you lose a little bit of EU when it outputs, but who cares? If your machines are running, who cares how much? If I'm losing 80% of the EU that I'm producing and my machines are all running, no problem, what do I care? I don't understand the whole, like, it has to be 1000% efficient. I mean, obviously I'll work towards being more efficient, but yeah, like I said, I don't understand the hate for the batteries. Anyway, that was just kind of a little random little thing that I kind of just thought of. All right, so there is the coal blocks, and then it gives us 8 more. That definitely cuts down the grind. I don't know. FTB Interactions doesn't... There's a lot of like nice little improvements that get rid of a lot of the grind. I don't know. I was thinking it was going to be harder, to be honest. It doesn't... I'm not getting that like super hard, grindy kind of feel, to be honest, in this mod pack. So, take that as you will. Oh, I also found some mooncap when I was in the jungle. If we remember, it's used in night vision, so that was cool that I found it. Don't have any batteries though. All right, let me do a little more crafting, and let's see. Is this doing oil? Yep. See, now it's pumping oil. I think it is because it's getting. think that's what it is, to be honest. I think let's just chunk load all this, I guess. That, I don't even know, is that chunk loading our base? Fortunately, I can't see it on there. It doesn't show up on the map, but I didn't really go out of my way looking for trying to build this into chunks, which I'm pretty bad about doing, to be honest. We'll just do that. How about that? There we go. All that's chunk loaded. And all right, let me figure out what I want to do. Like I said, don't have a whole lot of room in here, to be honest, for a blast furnace as well. But that's kind of the next step I need. Yeah, so we'll be back. All right, I know just said I was going to craft up some of the parts for the blast furnace, but I ended up crafting or building out the base towards where I want to. Basically, just placing sponges, building out a couple, and then placing another sponge down, and just moving on and on. And it's very tedious. And I realized I actually don't. I shouldn't have. I didn't need to do like a whole big all the glass, because I have gone ahead and put the building guide, and I have it actually set to what I am thinking I'm gonna do. And here we go. This is the dome, my main dome that I'm gonna build. And as we can see, it is very big. It is 25 by 25 by 25. And I'm pretty sure that's 25 out. It's 25 on this thing if we click on it like that. So 25, 25, 25 by 25, 25, 25. So I'm pretty sure that's like 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 25 down. Actually, now that I just had a thought. The one problem with the dome is that it's a complete circle, or the sphere, and it's a complete circle. The dome one does not rotate on its side, so it only does like half. And like, but it's going all the way under. Like that's not gonna work. So as we can see, this is a bit of a pain. If I'm gonna use the enhanced one that places it for me, like that's not gonna work. But I'm actually thinking, what happens if we the negative down, and trying to figure out which one is, what is it? It's X. Is it Y in the middle? Y is in the middle, right? So I'm thinking, is it that one? If I do that to like 0, will that? That actually brought up that bit, but as we can see, it's, yeah, that's not what I want. But that's kind of like the floor. But if I like clicked on the enhancement with glass, it would replace all this with glass, and I don't want that to happen. So I may be stuck. Yeah, it's not like a flat. If it was flat, that would maybe be a thing, but as we can see, it's still kind of curved. Because it goes from here. So like the more I go down, it's like curving it down towards that. So yeah, this is gonna be a big this is gonna be a big project for me. But I don't know, what do we think? We think that's a pretty cool kind of size for our main dome. I think we'll have plenty of room. And yeah, I think that will be pretty cool. We can actually even go look from up top. We can see it. So that's what it's going to look like from up here. Doesn't break the top of the water. I think I have like 4 or 5 blocks from the top, but it gets pretty far up there. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Look at the size of it compared to that little tiny thing. But yeah, and I'm also, what I kind of was thinking, since this clearing out this huge thing of oil is taking a very long time, and it's like I'm already filling up the tank up there, and I'm gonna have to do more. I'm thinking I may actually, and again, this is gonna be a pain, but if we keep extending, yes, I see you. If I keep extending this, and I don't need to do this whole big glass thing. I don't know what I was thinking, because eventually this whole glass thing is going to be inside here. This is all going to be gone. I don't know why I was thinking like, oh, I need to do the glass, but I mean, it looks cool. You kind of see where I'm going. But I'm thinking if I like cover that top bit, because they swim down into the oil, which, yeah, see, there he goes. He goes in the oil. If I like cover that kind of flat bit and then just use sponges to clear it out, I think that's what I'm going to do. But actually, now that I'm thinking, although it is a bit annoying with... Yeah, I'll probably just keep extending it. I was thinking if I could dig down, but this is all gravel for like 2 layers. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Alright, we are back, and just really quick, I've gone ahead and gotten everything covered, but I'm trying to clear out this kind of big ball underneath. Unfortunately, guardians do spawn in here. I can actually see the pump, I think, is actually pumping out. It did look like it did that right there. I thought the thing was full, but maybe I was wrong. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of run around at the outsides of it and just try to use the sponge. The nice thing about oil is that it's not a infinite liquid, so one sponge will destroy all the source blocks, as opposed to the water where it kind of like fills in, which is a bit of a pain. No, all right, it's full of water again. Yeah, I could have used the other pump. That might have been a better idea, but I feel like I've committed. I've committed to this now, so I need to do this. And yeah, now all the guardians are spawning. Usually, if I run away, they'll despawn. But if I leave it too long, they start getting bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna, I think, just kind of go around the outside and just work my way down, and hopefully this won't be too terrible. It just kind of sucks because the guardians are spawning inside it, but I figure if I can do, like, you know, light sources, not that that's doing a whole heck of a lot, but I figure that might help with the mob spawning. Now, unfortunately, I was going to do the blast furnace today, but this is kind of taken over. And now that I'm kind of like into this, I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to get this cleaned up, and obviously I can't start building this. I don't have the, what was it, 4,000 blocks, so half of that, and yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, so let me continue doing this and we'll come back. All right, we are back, and gone ahead and managed to empty this out. Actually, the sponge on the stick was much easier, so you don't have to like place them and break them. So yeah, that we got that cleared out. Now, obviously, this is still underwater. we're not quite there yet, but getting this kind of emptied out was definitely definitely a pretty big thing. So I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm probably, eventually we're going to have the huge dome over this. I think I'm just going to kind of fill it in, to be honest, just with cobblestone, and maybe leave like a 4-space gap for wires and cables and stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do. But like I said, it's work in progress. Now, unfortunately, didn't get a whole lot done today. I ended up spending quite a few hours on that, and I've kind of just run out of time. But I think before we wrap up, I do want to get this, at least get this going here. Not going, but at least get the controller crafted up. It's actually not too bad at all. I was gonna get a basic electric furnace actually, and it's pretty easy. Just a couple cables and some circuits. Yeah, so not too bad. I do need quite a bit of Invar. And nickel. I was totally looking for the other color nickel in Enigmatica, that like the yellowish type. Yeah. Problem with jumping between different mods or different mod packs. You get kind of mixed up. I'm just gonna do that much for now. Now I know I need 6. Let's see. We can do this in a thing. So 6 of that, and then the frames. Feel like it's that, and then 3 of that. I'm just kind of going off memory, to be honest. All these frames. All right, it's 3 and 5. I don't know where I was thinking 4. So there's that. Now we're gonna need a bunch more of this, but like I said, for now I'm just gonna do it this way. And we can do that in there. It actually doesn't require anything. You do have to be careful with the different types of circuits. Like, for example, if I threw 8 steel ingots in, like if I wanted steel frames or something like that, you got to be careful because it'll say like, oh, 8, he wants to do a machine hull. So yeah, definitely be careful with which things. 8 in like 1, a lot of the things are on. But yeah, just thought I would mention that. So there, that, and then no. I am out of string. Oh my, out of string. Holy cow. Definitely want to get a packager. But then I keep thinking like, don't really need a packager because if I start doing the cables with rubber, then I won't be using the packager anymore. I don't know. I should just set it up to use rubber, but the packager is easier. That's just some carpet, whereas the other thing actually requires 1 rubber per. I don't know. Just always have more to do, but that's pretty typical for Gregtech, isn't there? There's always something. A to-do list a mile long. All right, but forgot. I always do that. Oh well, it'll wear off. I wish you could cancel it. I'm gonna need more of this anyway. But all right, what did I do wrong? Oh, that's graphite plate. Ah, wow, misread that. I did think it looked a bit light. All right, we do have that. Well, that made that a bit awkward. I guess we'll do that in there. I was all excited because I thought I was going to do that, and then I screwed that up. That needs to go in there. This might be a bit of a long episode, but like I said, I ended up spending quite a bit of time working on that. right, almost there. And then, yeah, next episode, I'm going to continue working on the dome. I may do like a mini dome just to start getting stuff set up. Not glass. And then I'll work on the larger one there. I don't know. It's just, it's taking me quite a while. But I would like to start working on getting aluminum and getting into the MV. But, yeah, I'm probably kind of rushing this more than I need to. But, you know, these mod packs take so long, I kind of have to rush a little bit. Otherwise, the series will drag a bit if we're staying in the same age for a long time. All right, but there is the electric blast furnace. Now, I do need to... That actually might have... No, I don't have 2 energy input hatches. I'll get those in between episodes, and then, yeah, we'll... maybe get that set up in the next episode, along with a boiler. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, that's going to be it for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.